Hi everybody, this is Angie, also known as The Light. Welcome to my channel. Good morning, good night, good afternoon to the world. I know that we're having this coronavirus scare, and I hope that you're not living in fear. Never live in fear. We have lived through much worse things. Well, I know I have. I was born in 1983. So I have seen a lot and I have been through a lot, even, in my little 36 years on earth. So just remember, stay in your light. Don't live in fear. You know, um, death is something you should not fear. Especially since you haven't died yet. You don't know what's on the other side. But don't live in fear. Keep doing what you're doing. If your continent, your country, your city, whatever goes on lockdown, then it just goes on lockdown. Maybe this is going to be a blessing to where we need to pause and look at our lives. We're always constantly running and running, and it's also teaching us to be prepared because we cannot trust these governments. Get your supplies, get your food, get your water, get a generator, get things that you know that you're going to need if you are going to be quarantined in your own home, basically. Just be prepared. This is teaching me, too, that I need to be prepared, which is terrible because I'm currently unemployed right now. So I can't purchase certain things that I normally would if I was. So, but it's teaching me to always be prepared. Never wait for the last minute because you don't know what life is going to bring you, pretty much. And be helpful for those that you can help. And just be grateful for where we stand. This video is going to be short. Please like, subscribe to my channel, donate to me if you want to. I need a new laptop, and God said, "Ask and you shall receive." And the laptop I want is $300. I'm not asking someone to donate $300 to me. I'm asking for all of you. If all of you on this channel donate $5 to me, I can get my laptop or even a camera with that. Okay, I have almost 2,000 followers. Okay, 2,000 subscribers. Anyway, so I saw this quote and it said, what did it say? It said, being scared to ask for things is a trauma response. I think that's how the quote goes. I'm going to post the quote. It's like a meme, a post. I'm going to put it in the community section. And that reminded me of myself, okay? And this is due to narcissistic abuse. And it took me a while to figure that out. And I, for a long time, basically, have been afraid to ask for help. Okay, we are on this earth. That is your human right to ask for help and for others to ask you for help. And if you can't help them, help them. And if you can't, it is what it is. But we are all together on this planet for a reason. Okay. And the narcissist, when you're narcissistically abused, you get set into this mindset that you don't deserve anything. You don't deserve shit. Okay? Like, you're lucky that they're in your life. You're lucky that they're your parents. You're lucky that they married you. You should be so lucky that these narcissists are in your life, right? And I was conditioned. The narcissist conditions you to not need or want or ask for anything. And through time, you don't realize it. And growing up, even though I was my narcissistic stepfather's golden child, he conditioned me to not want more for myself. He conditioned me to not ask for anything. Yeah, he would shower me with gifts and things like that if I was obedient. But when I really did go to him to ask him for things that I needed, things that were like needs in life. Like, I remember When I had a low paying job, I asked him, I think I asked him for like $100 for food, and he didn't give it to me. He was just like, no, I think that you starving will push you to do better in life. How do you tell your child that? Whatever, I figured it out. He was just like, well, go on food stamps, go on welfare, do whatever you have to do, but no, I'm not giving you money for food. But if it was something like him buying me a, perfume, or him buying me a nice coat or boots or whatever because he wanted to manipulate me with these high price items, he would get that. And the narc would have you feeling like you asking for shelter or food or water, as them being your parent. You're not asking them for them to buy you a car or whatever, but you're asking for things that you need to survive in this world. It is an issue, and you don't realize through time that has conditioned you for your friendships, for your romantic relationships. Then you get in these friendships and these relationships, and you're asking for absolutely nothing. You're not asking for their time. You're not asking for their respect. You're not asking, can you take the garbage out? You get into a condition of never wanting anything, never even speaking up for yourself when you get in these friendships and these relationships. And that was me. I never asked anybody for shit. This is why also it made me end up with narcissistic men who I was just the one giving. I was cooking, I was cleaning, whatever they wanted sexually, I did. I never asked them for anything. I remember I was dating this narc, the one I was with for on and off for 6 years, and my mother said, "Does he do anything for you?" And I thought to myself like, "Oh shoot, no, he doesn't." Besides laying me on my back, he wasn't doing anything for me. Even when I would go visit him, I lived in New York, he lived in New Jersey. Even when I would go visit him, he wouldn't even pay for my train ticket sometimes to get to him. He wasn't investing, he wasn't doing anything at all for me. It wasn't until my mother was like, "Do you realize this guy doesn't do anything for you?" And I was literally conditioned for a long time. It didn't matter if I was starving. It didn't even matter if I needed it. It didn't matter what it was. I would let my phone cut off. If I needed money to pay my phone bill, I wouldn't ask a friend, can I borrow money to my next check? I would let my phone cut off. I would starve for days. It was just things that I have been through that I realized, oh, I could have got help. And then I would tell my friends later on my stories, and they're like, well, why didn't you come to me, Angie? I would have helped you. And I mean, and even when my money did increase in life, I would give people hundreds of dollars. I would have friends come over and shop in my closet, and you come over, I got wine for you, I have food for you. I was always the giver. These narcissistic relationships put you in the position to always give. Give your energy, give your time, give your body, give your money, and you don't ask for anything. And I want y'all to stop it. I want you to sit down and think about it. Even if you have to write down on paper, what does this person do for me and what have I done for this person? And if you can't see that they're pouring into you just as much as you're pouring into them, I'm going to need you to pause that relationship. I'm going to need you to don't be afraid to ask people who love you and who do support you, who are in your life. Don't be afraid to ask for help sometime. Don't be afraid to ask for simple things. Even if you really don't need anything, even if you are financially stable, don't be afraid to ask if you are in need. Because it's true, it truly, I'm telling you, I suffered so many years just because I didn't want to ask for help. I felt I didn't deserve help. I felt even if I did help you, I felt that it wasn't my right to ask anyone for help, okay? My narcissistic grandmother, I was a black sheep to her. And, my cousin, she can ask for cars. She can ask for condos. She can ask for, can you pay childcare for my, my kid to go to school. But me, I couldn't even ask, can I borrow $10? It was like, oh my gosh, $10. Oh my. So that puts you in that trauma, that shock of, I can't ask anybody for anything. So even when you do leave these narcissists, this is something that stays with you. And it also has affected my progression in life, career wise, pretty much. But yeah, it's just a short video because I want y'all to kind of think about it. Are you that way? Do you feel like you don't deserve to ask people for help, or you don't deserve anything in return? Are you always the giver? Stop that shit. Stop it today. I'm telling you, stop it. Invest in people who invest in you. And that's the best way to live. That's my time, guys. Like, subscribe, share this video, and donate. My Cash App and PayPal information will be in the comment section. I appreciate you all. Peace and blessings.